8 cold cases that were solved with insane twists. Delve into the intriguing world of cold cases, where mysteries linger for years, haunting communities and baffling investigators. In this collection, we explore 8 cases marked by chilling twists and unexpected revelations that ultimately led to resolution and justice. From the disappearance of Jane Doe to the notorious Willow Creek murders, these stories highlight the resilience of law enforcement, the power of forensic science, and the profound impact of the human spirit. Join us as we unravel the secrets hidden within these cold cases and witness the astonishing twists that changed everything. 1. Jane Doe's disappearance. The disappearance of Jane Doe created a long-lasting shadow in the sleepy community of Rivertown. Jane, a beloved member of the community, disappeared without a trace on a warm summer evening. The serene riverbank trail she frequently walked turned into a spectral reminder of her absence, leaving her neighbors and relatives in a state of shock. Years later, during a routine traffic stop, things resembling Jane's belongings were discovered inside a hidden compartment of a car. A new look into her disappearance was spurred by this seemingly unrelated revelation. A terrifying story began to emerge as police went through old material and followed up on leads they had forgotten. The pivotal moment occurred when a retired shopkeeper, who had been long forgotten in Rivertown history, came forward with an astonishing disclosure. He remembered Jane's desperate trip to his shop the night before she disappeared, rushing to get a bus ticket. Subsequent investigations revealed Jane's involvement in a dangerous romance with a well-known person in the community, as it became clear that Jane had discovered incriminating proof of her lover's illegal actions. The surprise twist came to pass. Her disappearance was not an accident. Rather, it was part of a well-thought-out scheme to silence her for good. The mystery of Jane Doe's disappearance was ultimately solved with the perpetrator's confession, providing closure to a community troubled by lies and secrets. 2. A suburban murder. A murder case in Greenwood Heights' serene suburbs lingered unresolved for more than 30 years, shrouding the once calm community. The neighborhood was rocked by the horrible murder of Amanda Roberts, a beloved school teacher, and was left feeling mistrustful and terrified. A breakthrough in forensic science, known as familial DNA analysis, was discovered years later. By comparing DNA from the crime site with genetic profiles from genealogy databases, police were able to use this cutting-edge technology to potentially identify the perpetrator's distant relatives. The long-held belief that the case would stay unsolved was upended by this unexpected turn of events, which gave rise to new hopes for justice. By working with genealogists and doing a thorough investigation, detectives were able to link the suspect's distant relative to the family DNA. Thanks to this vital lead, they were able to focus on several suspects within the family tree and ultimately limit it down to just one person, John Smith, a very hostile neighbor who lived in seclusion. When investigators dug further into John's background, they found a trail of evidence that implicated him in the crime. When his alibi was put to the test, forensics revealed his DNA matched that of the crime scene. After a mountain of evidence was gathered against him, Amanda's bereaved family was finally able to find closure, and the once tumultuous neighborhood was once again at peace. 3. The disappearing heiress. The disappearance of heiress Charlotte Montgomery in the rich world of high society left her wealthy family perplexed and searching for explanations. Without a trace, Charlotte disappeared, leaving a sizable inheritance and a distressed family in need of comfort. Detective Sarah Evans was a resolute investigator who persisted in seeking the truth despite years of unsuccessful searches and dead ends in her leads. Following every trail and sifting through the evidence non-stop, Detective Evans discovered a concealed ledger that contained information about Charlotte's covert financial transactions. This shocking turn of events exposed long-kept secrets and covert agendas, revealing a network of dishonesty and treachery inside the Montgomery family. It came to light that Charlotte's brother, motivated by avarice and a desire to inherit the family business, had planned her disappearance. The Montgomery family was able to find closure and justice after this startling discovery. In order to solve the puzzle and reveal the truth, Detective Evans' unflinching resolve and endurance were crucial. 4. The serial murderer's secret. A prominent serial murderer whose identity remained a mystery for years left a path of unsolved killings and horror in their wake. Law enforcement struggled to unravel this mystery for years. All attempts at apprehending the killer were hampered by its elusiveness, even after thorough examinations. The pivotal moment occurred when detectives discovered an apparently unconnected crime scene that contained a vital clue. A thorough review of the facts brought to light a disturbing pattern that mirrored the serial killer's approach, revitalizing the previously dormant inquiry. When it was revealed that the serial killer had an undiscovered relationship with law enforcement, the story took an unexpected turn. The fact that the murderer had been acting in the persona of a well-respected police officer shook the community's basis of confidence and security. The town was shaken by this revelation, which revealed a dark breach of trust and power. It also finally resulted in the killer's long-awaited capture, giving the victims' families closure and the community a feeling of justice. 5. The Forgotten Witness. The adolescent Emily Parker's disappearance plagued detectives for years in a long-forgotten cold case. Mr. Johnson was an important witness, but because of his strange demeanor, he was either ignored or disregarded despite early efforts. But forensic science breakthroughs and a careful reanalysis of the evidence drew attention back to Johnson's testimony. After previously unobtainable DNA evidence connected him to the scene of the crime, his statements were investigated more thoroughly. The shocking turn of events occurred when it was discovered that Johnson's apparently erratic behavior was actually the consequence of undiagnosed autism, which had impeded his speech throughout the first inquiry. After speaking with him again and gaining a deeper understanding, Johnson revealed important information that supported more evidence and helped identify the offender. The unremembered witness proved to be the crucial piece in a case that was previously thought to be unsolvable, providing Emily's family with closure and holding the offender accountable. 6. Murder among friends. Mark Johnson, a college student, was killed in Oakwood, a tiny hamlet, and there was suspicion that his friend Alex Turner was involved. Law enforcement did not have the hard evidence necessary for a conviction, even in the face of strong circumstantial evidence. But when a fresh eyewitness, Sarah Michaels, courageously stepped forward with vital evidence, things started to turn around. Sarah's testimony revealed an unexpected turn of events. A web of treachery and deceit was concealed beneath the appearance of friendliness. She disclosed that Alex had planned Mark's murder out of avarice and envy in order to get rid of a competitor for a desired internship. The community was taken aback by the discovery, which exposed the murky side of friendship and trust. Alex Turner was found and prosecuted thanks to Sarah's evidence and supporting documentation, such as audio recordings of talks and bank transactions. The case served as a sobering reminder that secret plans and ulterior goals can have disastrous results, especially when they involve friends. 7. The Cold Case Diary. Careful record-keeping proved to be the unsung hero in the inquiry of businessman Jonathan Wells' decades-long absence. After laboriously going through old case files, detectives found a careful diary that the lead investigator at the time had kept, recording every observation, lead, and interview. A seemingly unremarkable detail about a suspicious-looking person lurking outside Jonathan's workplace on the day of his disappearance stood out among the other entries. After being written off as unimportant at first, this particular aspect became far more crucial during the current study. The shocking turn of events occurred when more investigation into this person's identity uncovered a long-forgotten relationship to a competitor corporation that was trying to undermine Jonathan's business. This discovery exposed a convoluted network of corporate espionage and greed, which in turn helped identify and apprehend those accountable for Jonathan's disappearance. The often disregarded entry in the cold case diary turned out to be the crucial piece that solved the puzzle, giving Jonathan's family closure and long overdue justice. 8. The Accused Admittance. Investigators in the notorious Willow Creek murder case were misled for years by a fake confession that was forced into being made. The psychologically unstable Jake Thompson's confession appeared to offer a definitive end to the heinous crime wave that was afflicting the area. But improvements in psychological testing and questioning strategies revealed the real reason for the fake confession. When the facts and questioning techniques were re-examined, it became clear that Jake's confession was pressured and untrustworthy. Investigators discovered anomalies and contradictions that disproved Jake's guilt through in-depth psychological study and forensic re-examination. The shocking turn of events transpired when DNA evidence from the crime scene linked a person who had not previously been suspected. Greg Harris, a well-liked community member with no criminal history. The town was horrified by Greg's arrest and confession, which revealed the real culprit and freed Jake Thompson, who had been imprisoned for a crime he did not commit. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the intriguing world of cold cases. These stories of mystery, resilience, and justice remind us of the power of perseverance and the importance of seeking the truth. From Jane Doe's disappearance to the Willow Creek murders, each case was marked by chilling twists and unexpected revelations. Through advancements in forensic science, relentless investigation, and the courage of witnesses and investigators, these cold cases were ultimately solved, bringing closure to families and communities. As we reflect on these stories, let us remember the resilience of law enforcement, the impact of technology, and the strength of the human spirit in the pursuit of justice. Join us again for more stories of intrigue and resolution. Until then, stay curious, stay vigilant, and never stop seeking the truth. Would you like it? Hit the like button and subscribe to our channels for more interesting and informative videos.